Hey guys, it's Morgan. Welcome back to the Shlog. We are here at Highland Cycles. There's Angry Zach, and there's LeAndra, the balance bike champion of all time. Yes! It is my birthday today, so if you're watching this, I don't care when you're watching this, it's my birthday. So make sure you celebrate appropriately. I know it won't actually be my birthday when you're watching this, because it'll be a week or so after I do it, but I want you to celebrate as if this day right now that you're experiencing is my birthday. And if that means you want to send presents, then feel free. That's totally cool. I support that 100%. It won't be long before it's Zach's birthday, and you can celebrate the same way with him. So, guys, welcome to our weekly vlog where we show you all kinds of cool stuff about dirt bikes, and we have a ton of fun. Let's get going. Alright guys, first on the lift is this FE501. It's a beautiful bike. It's super clean. I think it's a 2020? I have to look that up. Anyway, it's newish. It's got very few miles on it. Our customer just bought it from this gentleman. He's very excited about it. We are doing some cool upgrades. First started with a new tire and Nitro Mousse. So we got an X30 rear tire and a Nitro Mousse Platinum. Now, I forgot, should have been doing it while I was had the wheel off the first time, but I gotta take the wheel back off, and we're doing a System Tech Racing rear disc guard, and a System Tech Racing front disc guard, Bulletproof Designs radiator guards, System Tech Racing caliper cooler, and maybe a couple other things I can't remember. Anyway, let's get to it. Alright guys, starting with the brake disc guard. This is the System Tech Racing one. Really cool. This is G10 material with this kind of urethane front to help protect it. These things are really, really burly and work really well. When you're swapping them, you got to take, obviously, this caliper holder off. There's LeAndra. She's sneaky. With this, you got to disassemble it a little bit. You got to take this holder right here. It's like a protector for the pads so that you don't end up with the pads wearing into the aluminum. So the little steel guy, snap that in there. Cool thing about System Tech Racing is the way he builds this thing. It works with either of the rear axles for the KTM. So that's for like the XCs and SXs. You put that in for the XCWs, or in this case FEs. But yeah, anyway, so that's awesome. I love that about this. So we got that in there. Then we got to take this post out and screw it into here, and I'm actually going to get some Loctite for that. Last thing you got to transfer from the old one is this little boot. Goes in there. Now I'm going to get some grease, put it here and here, and we're going to slide this thing together. Alright, now we're just going to slide those pins. There we go. Alright guys, next is the brake cooler, caliper cooler, which I really do believe makes a huge difference. So I've already loosened this. I'm going to take this out. There we go. Now, to bolt here, I'm going to put one washer on there first, and we take this, there we go, run it through there, and then what we're going to do is push this up like that. So there we go, that's ready. Now, take the next banjo washer, or crush washer I should say. There we go. Take this, it's got a little recess that goes towards the line. Boom, there we go. One last, yeah, there we go, washer. What up, LeAndra? There we go, guys. And we'll take this and tighten her down. One thing about these is you got to make sure you kind of hold that down as you tighten it. So I'm gonna have to put you guys down to do that. Alright guys, I'm putting the Bulletproof Designs radiator guards on, and this had the Enduro Engineering guards and a fan hooked directly to those, which is really slick, but the Enduro Engineering guards really just aren't that good. I love Enduro Engineering, but I don't love the guards. $10. They should be under AFD. AFD. So their radiator guards aren't the best, but check this out. So he still wanted the fan, so I had to mount this up, and what I did is I took zip ties, pushed them through, then I took another zip tie head and pushed that down on there, and we're good to go. So pretty stoked about that little solution. Super nice and strong, not going to go anywhere. So yeah, that turned out really awesome. I'm finished putting those on. We'll be done with this. Put a Bridgestone M59 with a Platinum Nitro Mousse too. This bike will be ready to rock and roll. Alright guys, so we got the Husqvarna done. Ended up, I think I already said, got 2 new tires with mousses, radiator guards from Bulletproof Designs, System Tech Racing front and rear disc guard, and radiator caliper. So it's all ready to rock and roll. I also did an oil change and cleaned the air filter. But I want to show you guys something new from Dango Designs. So if you don't know, Dango Designs is the guys that make the gripper mount that I use to carry my GoPro on the chin of my helmet. They're really cool. I love them. It works really well for shooting YouTube videos and things like that. So that is a really cool thing. We have those in stock. But let me show you a new thing that they've come up with. It is, there we go, the Dango Design Quick Fire Mini Light. Check this thing out. It is really cool. So it is a tiny light that goes onto the mount. So go like that, screw goes through, tighten that down. Comes with a battery. They say it'll run like 4 hours on this battery, all charged up. Plug her in. I don't know if there's any charge in it at all, but we're gonna find out. And then, look at that. That thing's cool. Light up the dog. Hi, Leia. Yeah, I am stoked. I think it's pretty cool. It's not super bright. It's not like go ride fast at night, but for a really tiny little lightweight light that you can carry in your pack and just have with you, I think it's really, really cool. So, yeah. Yeah, guys, I'm stoked. I think it's awesome. Definitely got to check them out. I'm going to be running one and checking it out and testing it and let you guys know what I think. Alright, guys, so next on the list is this 1979 XL500. And we're doing fork seals, so I'll bring you along for that. There's disgusting, so that should be interesting. But quick trivia question: what size front wheel does a 1979 XL500 have? If you get this right, first person to get it right, I'll pin your comment to the top. So yeah. Anyway, let me know. I'm gonna put you guys up in the fork video area, and then we'll start working on these forks. All right, guys. So XL500 forks. Basically, these are just an old school damper rod fork. I've done a few videos on this. We'll go ahead and do it. Maybe I'll just hit the highlights here on the Shlog. Yeah, this thing is disgusting. So we're going to pull it apart and see how actually dirty the oil is. 17mm Allen. Okay, I'm just going to dump this out. Springs gonna come out. Ooh, and well, that's interesting. So that's interesting. I'm gonna look on the parts fish because normally forks don't have 2 separate springs in them. They're definitely not just broken. They look like they could have been broken, but they're they don't match up, and they're machined flat on the side. So maybe this thing came with 2, but that's weird. So we'll get back to that in a second. Now we'll get all this oil out of here. No. Hey, YouTube people. So Leandra's just right here off camera, and she really, for some reason wants an alligator. So I'm gonna pose the question to you guys. Do you think Leandra and Zach should get an alligator for their new house in Delta, Colorado? Make sure you comment below. Remember,
a caiman.
She says it's a little one, and it just won't. Yeah, but we all know they get to be at least 4 feet, probably more like 6.
Little.
And I want everybody to remember where we live. We live in western Colorado, so like that's over near Utah, a little bit to the south. Not really alligator country. So let us know. Please comment below whether or not you think an alligator is a good idea. I know how I feel. I know how Zach feels.
And you know how.
And we all know how Leandra feels. So. If you guys say yes, I'm going to push Zach to get it. Why is that surprising?
I don't know. Animals don't usually live that long.
Oh yeah, reptiles live forever. Big reptiles live a really long time. What do they say, like 60, 70 years?
Well, that's out in the wild, but like 30, 40, maybe like 70.
Yeah, in captivity? Oh, they live
A
forever.
lot of rats.
Guys, let me show you something cool. This is a little seal puller I got from Matco. So, normal style seal puller, you get that and kind of get in there. Problem is, it's really small it's like narrow, and so if you pull hard on this, it'll mar up the aluminum here. That's not the end of the world because that's not a sealing part of the aluminum, but it looks like crap, so you don't want to do that. So this thing's cool. Round piece goes into this piece, and then we put it in here, and we got to get it in the right spot. And this may be the wrong one. Yeah, I got a smaller one. Hang on. All right, so a little bit smaller, so that it doesn't hit. Hook it in there. So check that out. So there you come. Let me show you. Sorry. Come in, hook it on the seal, then you pick the hole, and there we go. And now it's, as you pull, it's going to leverage it straight up and out, and it's set up to take a 3/8 ratchet. All right, I'm going to put it in the vise. And boom, seals out. Top of tube is perfect. So that thing's cool, guys. If you work on old forks like this, I recommend it. New style forks, they don't really have that problem. Like, seals come out in a different way, but like, anyway, that's pretty awesome. All right, I'm gonna go clean these up with the parts washer. I'll be right back. All right, guys, putting her back together. So there's a cup down in here. It didn't want to come out. I don't know if it's actually locked in there, if it's just locked in there with gnarliness, but I'm not just going to beat on it. It actually looks pretty clean. So anyway, we're just going to take this part of the damper rod. This is the damper rod part. We're going to slide down there and get it into that cup. Nice and easy. We're going to take our Allen, start it by hand, and you can feel it as you start, and then you can pull on it, make sure it's started. There we go. Make sure everything moves well. And now we're going to get our seal. Slide her on. It's a 35/36. There we go. Circlip. Alright, now I gotta put Earl in it. Alright, so I can't find an exact spec. It's an old bike. That's okay though. With these style damper rod forks, as long as you leave enough room so that it doesn't, you know, hydrolock when it collapses, you know, with the spring and everything on that, it'll be okay. So we're gonna leave 100 millimeters at the top, and that should be just fine. That's the only reason she's questioning.
It's gonna look crazy when we're like in our 70s and 60s.
Alright guys, so I looked it up. And yes, it does take 2 springs. So you put 1 spring in, then a washer, and then the other spring. Here we go. Here we go. On with the cap. There we go, guys. That's it. Make sure it moves nice and smooth, and it does. Damper rod forks are super, super easy. Probably really the biggest thing is just making sure you don't mess anything up taking it apart. Like that seal puller thing really helps a lot. And
crazy.
So guys and girls, LeAndra is just now realizing that an alligator lives 30 to 40 years, probably longer in captivity. And she feels like, I love it, that it's just now she's thinking that when she hits her 60s or 70s, she's gonna look like a crazy woman when she talks to her friends and says, I gotta get home and feed the gator. So, still, I need your comments, because if you guys like resoundingly say yes, I'm making this happen, they will get an alligator. And if anybody wants to send us a free alligator, that's awesome. It will. Please send us an alligator. It will not be here at the shop. If you want to come visit the alligator later, I will give you Zach and LeAndra's address and phone numbers so you can get a hold of them and go visit the alligator, but it's not going to be at the shop or anywhere near my house. But I feel like this needs to happen, guys. Get an alligator here. Let's make this happen. All right, guys, so Zach's working on this CRF 250L, and I'm just going to show you something that he just found. You'll notice that fork, it's like that, and then that fork looks like that. Also, people, we think we've come up with the newest, best YouTube channel ever, starring LeAndra Sheets and Zach Sheets, and it's going to be Gold Wings, Guns, and Gators. Because they're going to buy a gold wing here soon, right? Yeah. Yeah. And we're hoping for the free gator from you guys. And then they're both going to have to carry sidearms. Because that just goes with it. So what do you guys think about the name and the premise of Gold Wings, Guns, and Gators? Let me know, please, in the comments below. This could get really, really interesting. There he is. Head of Gold Wings, we're going to call him Billy. Billy. On that channel, he'll be Billy. This is ridiculousness. But seriously, we need a gator. They're only like 375 bucks. You guys can like all chip in together and get one shipped. What's your address, Billy? He's not gonna say, but I'll get it for you. Alright guys, quick update on balance biking. Look at that! Look at that, hands off. She's definitely the best at this, guys and girls, so you gotta come try it out. We're actually currently filming her for a TikTok. It's going to be time-lapse right there, so now LeAndra just has to stay there for a while. And really what this is just a way for us to get LeAndra off our backs. So Zach and I can just have fun. By the way, 2 days from now is Zach's birthday. He's gonna be what, 33? 33 years old, a little young pup. So when you guys watch this Shlog and you feel like you really want to send us presents, just go ahead. It's going to be awesome. Also trying to get Zach to buy a gold wing. Let's all hope that that happens. He is currently working on, what is this thing, a CRF 125F. I think he's putting a petcock on it. So most likely when he's done with that, it won't run. And I'll have to come fix it. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This episode of the Shlog is very low on mechanical content and high on ridiculousness. I hope you guys like that. Let me know if you do. I don't even know what my nose. Right on, guys. So the week is almost over for me because the Death March is coming, and I'm getting my bike ready, getting Daisy all ready to rock and roll, putting a new anti-gravity high-power lithium-ion battery, the 801, in it. These things are really, really sweet. They're also really, really expensive, but I was having troubles, what was it, last weekend before, with it, not wanting to start. So, and I charged the battery, seems to be okay, the other one, but that battery is from 2018. So, gonna put an anti-gravity. These things, like I said, if I'm gonna spend money on a lithium, it's gonna be this one, obviously, because I just did. So they're not paying me to run this thing. They didn't give it to me. I bought it. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked. So we'll check on hours. Let's see what we got. It says 364. We'll go with 364 on the bike. That's what the meter says. That's off a little bit because my cord was broken for a little while. The wheel sensor, anyway, whatever. So we'll go 364 is the number of hours as we put this thing in here, so we can keep track and see how well it does. Plan on keeping this bike for basically ever. So yeah, let's go ahead and put that thing in there, make sure it works, and then we'll move on to the next job. Oh, right on, guys. I know that was kind of an odd Shlog. I hope you guys liked it, though. I am filming this as I drive away because I'm heading to the Death March right now. Driving over to Spring Creek Reservoir, or that area, to get set up to camp tonight, and then we start tomorrow morning at 7:30. So make sure you subscribe and tune in for that, because that's going to be awesome. We should have a ton of awesome content coming from that. Yeah, anyway, I love you guys. I hope you get out and spread the gospel of two wheels. And as always, I desperately hope that what we're doing here at Highland Cycles is inspiring you guys to work on and get out and ride your dirt bikes!